Hi and welcome to my Race Around Rwanda Day 2 recap. Been a lot of changes up at the front of the race. The main news is ULRICH Bartholomew has had to scratch. He was ill before he started, so we'll go to his Instagram page straight up and see what's been going on. So before the race, he was obviously ill. And yeah, so he ended his race at 4 a.m. on the Congo Nile Trail. So that would be this section down here. The checkpoint was in Muzanze, so he still did a fair bit, went over 4,000 meters, so it's going to put some strain on your body. And if you're not feeling well, it's there's not much you can do, is there? He was unlucky and he got ill and he's had to pull out. It strikes me as the kind of guy who just commits and goes full on and gives it his all. But obviously his body has given up. So so unlucky, Ulrich, and hopefully you get better soon. And that means we do have a new leader. So I made a pretty big mistake last night. It's Eligius Civilis, and he's Lithuanian. And he has got a nice big lead now over Kenneth Karaya from the Team Armani, closely followed by Geoffrey Langat. He has let's say about 40k lead. So this is a big open wide. It's like a big hot valley. Like when I was there last year, it was nearly 40 degrees. So it's a tough section, and where Kenneth is, this is crossing through the rainforest, so it'll be dark already in Rwanda. It's a bit creepy. I went through the dark last year. Obviously it's a rainforest, so there's a pretty high chance it's going to rain, and it can get a little bit muddy and a little bit slippery, and you hear monkeys and birds calling and this and that, and it can be a little bit disconcerting, especially if you're from Europe and you're not used to it. So it looks like the race is fairly set now. I mean, barring disaster, I think we have our podium. So there is, what are we? Basically 1,000k. So 200 something odd k. Checkpoint here is in a little hotel, and then it's predominantly road all the way back. So that should be fairly fast rolling. Further down the field, Pavel Pawlowski. Sorry about these names, I'm really bad at pronunciations. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Either send me a message on Instagram or drop a comment below. He's well proven at these kind of long distance races, so he's made a nice steady progression through the field. Rumour has it that he was suffering with the heat on the first day, but obviously through the night he's picked up. And Evan Wangai, another Team Armani rider, I believe, is up there, so it's really great to see all the local African riders, the Kenyans, the Rwandans up there. Tony Calderon is a Spanish guy. And where's our first Rwandan? Let me see. Rodney's up there. Simon Jones. Don't know where the Rwandans are. Let's have a look at the map. First, Fazil and Violet. Well, Violet's doing an amazing ride. First woman and top 10 overall. And she's only like 15 minutes behind Fazil. So that would be an amazing result for her. She's super determined. So it would be really cool to see her get a top 10 overall. So I've had some reports from further down the field. So Manu and Katrien riding as a pair. They've sent me a few little video updates. So I will show you those now. So it's not been without issue for them. They're riding as a pair, so I don't think they're kind of going flat out to try and win. I think it's a holiday for them. It's a bit of a day, but you can see this is the start. It's just awesome energy in Rwanda. Everyone out for their morning run. Must be the local running club. So this would be the road section at the start, which is pretty cool to see and hear, and it makes you want to go back. And then it looks like they're in a bit of a group riding earlier on. I'm not quite sure who else is in there. Manu's in there. somewhere. Manu's here on the left, I believe. Oh no, it's not, because he's not got a tail fin on. Oh, that's Manu there. So yeah, nice cruisy gravel, and most of it is like that. This will be through Akagara, the national park, the flat area, before they climb back up into the mountains. So yeah, pretty cool. And then this is, I think I showed a video of me riding around this lake last year. It's just cool. It's a really nice place, nice and tropical. Fairly hot, I would imagine, by that point. But there was a bit of a disaster. Katrien, I think, from what I hear, what happened was she's going through one of the villages, and a kid ran out, and she ended up like getting knocked off. So yeah, hopefully Katrien's feeling okay. Obviously, trying to keep bandaged up, and you always get a crowd in Rwanda. Ouch. Well, hopefully you're feeling okay, Katrien. Not ideal on the first day of an ultra race. And they sent me through a little recap as well.
Recap day 1. We have just arrived in a really small town where we started talking with a guy who was speaking pretty fluent English. Not an easy thing to find out here. And yeah, in like 2 minutes he got us into a room here for like €5. They fixed us some drinks and some food, rice with beans and potatoes, really good stuff. So yeah, this morning group start, we rolled out together of Kigali.
So yeah, it looks like they've had a bit of run of it today. Poor Katrien, hopefully she feels better. Obviously keeping wounds clean is very important. So getting into hard accommodation last night was a really sensible move on their part. Like I say, they're both really experienced. They know what they're doing. So sometimes you've just got to, look after yourself. And more often than not in these races, you see a lot of people who don't look after themselves, and they end up going hard too early and scratching, or getting too tired and crashing and things like that. So that's my roundup. I expect the race will be finished by the next roundup tomorrow. So I'll do another report tomorrow and finish that one up. Hopefully have some more intel from Manu and Katrien. And yeah, thanks for watching.